Out here on our property, something has been happening that we can't explain away anymore, and it's reached a point where ignoring it just doesn't feel honest. This isn't a story we wanted to tell for attention or clicks. For a long time, we kept it quiet, even among friends, because we knew how it would sound. But when strange events repeat themselves with patterns, intelligence, and intent, you start to realize you're dealing with more than coincidence. We believe we have a Sasquatch problem on our property. It started subtly, the way most unsettling things do. Sounds at night that didn't match any animal we knew. Heavy footsteps moving through the tree line long after dark, slow and deliberate, not the quick scurry of deer or coyotes. At first, we told ourselves it was just our imagination or maybe an unfamiliar animal passing through. But the sounds didn't pass through. They stayed, night after night, always just beyond the edge of the light. Then came the tree knocks. Loud, sharp cracks echoing through the woods, sometimes answered by another knock from a different direction. We'd grown up outdoors. We know what trees sound like when they fall or split. This was different. These were intentional, spaced, rhythmic, and disturbingly close. Once you hear it, really hear it, you understand that something is communicating. Footprints appeared not long after that. Large, barefoot impressions pressed deep into the soft ground near the creek and along our fence line. No boot tread, no claw marks, just the unmistakable outline of something massive and bipedal. We measured them, we photographed them, we compared them to every animal native to this area. Nothing fit, and whoever or whatever made them didn't seem concerned about being seen. If anything, it felt like a message. Things escalated when objects started going missing. Small items at first, tools left outside, buckets moved from one place to another, things relocated but not taken far. Almost as if something was curious rather than destructive. Then food started disappearing. Corn left out for deer vanished overnight, and not in the way raccoons or bears would do it. No mess, no torn bags, just gone. One night, we heard something vocalize. Not a howl, not a scream like you hear in those viral clips, but a deep, resonant sound that vibrated in your chest more than your ears. It was followed by a response from farther back in the woods. That was the moment the fear set in. Not panic, but a quiet, sinking realization that we were no longer alone in a way that mattered. We set up trail cameras hoping for clarity. What we got instead was frustration. Batteries drained overnight, cameras knocked out of alignment. One camera was found twisted around a tree, shattered, as if whatever touched it knew exactly what it was and didn't like it. No bears, no storms, no explanation that made sense. The strangest part is the behavior. There hasn't been outright aggression. No attacks, no attempts to enter the house. But there is presence. Watching, testing boundaries. Rocks thrown near us while we're outside, never hitting, just landing close enough to let us know it could if it wanted to. That kind of restraint is almost more unsettling than violence. We've talked to neighbors quietly, carefully. A few laughed it off. Others went quiet and admitted they'd experienced similar things but didn't want to talk about it. That silence told us more than any confirmation ever could. People don't stay quiet about nothing. Living with this has changed how we move through our own land. Nights are different now. The woods don't feel empty anymore. There's a sense of being observed, evaluated. We've adjusted routines, installed lights, and stopped going far into the tree line after dark. Not because we feel hunted, but because we feel acknowledged. We're not claiming to have all the answers. We're not saying this creature is good or evil. But we are saying something intelligent, powerful, and unknown is sharing this space with us. Whether it's Sasquatch or something else entirely, the label matters less than the reality of the experience. We're telling this story because we believe more people are dealing with things like this than anyone wants to admit. If you're out there and you've experienced something similar, know that you're not alone and you're not crazy. The world is bigger, stranger, and more complex than we're taught to believe. This isn't about fear, it's about respect. Respect for the unknown, for the land, and for the possibility that humanity doesn't fully understand everything that walks upright in the shadows of the forest. Whatever is out there, it's real to us, and it's not going away.